What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review from the weekend of July 11th to the 14th, the last Xur weekend before the Edge of Fate DLC. And so, let's get started. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the Catalyst, well, we have the Ace of Spades Catalyst. Definitely one of the better catalysts, giving this Firefly pretty decent. Then we've got the Lumina Catalyst, not a bad catalyst either. Both these weapons not super meta right now, but could be a lot better at any moment. Like the Lumina provides a big damage increase for your teammates and stuff like that, so definitely consider picking these up. As for the exotics, we have the Shards of Galanor. Unfortunately, 63 with a big resilience spike is not what we want to see. Then we have the Aeon Safe 66 with a big intellect spike. You don't really want, I mean, you're going to want intellect more in the Edge of Fate, but I still don't think this is that great. And then finally, we have the Karnstein Armlets with a 67 roll and a big strength spike. This is actually a lot better. In fact, it's good to the point where I'm actually gonna snag this right here. The thing is, guys, this is a melee-based exotic, right? And previously, you didn't really need a massive strength spike because you could get away with not having 100 melee. You could get melee through other sources. But in the Edge of Fate, over 100 melee, you can go all the way to 200, but over 100 will give you a melee damage increase. So obviously you're going to want the biggest strength spike possible. Recovery is also turning into class, which is great on the Warlock. So overall, these are not super insane, but they are probably better than what I have because I definitely wasn't prioritizing strength. So really consider picking these up. After that, we do have exotic class items, guys. Great idea to make sure to go to the Pale Heart and focus what perks you want and grab the last few class items you want this weekend. Remember, they're all turning into Armor 3.0 and getting a massive amount of stats in the Edge of Fate. As for the random thing, hey, we do have Nightfall Ciphers. If you're interested in getting the Nightfall weapon, that's one of the more valuable things you can grab here. And then for... well, Bungie's doing it again, baby. Last weekend, they sold the Choir of One. This weekend, they're selling the Slayer's Fang. Guys, if you do not have this weapon, this is a great time to pick it up because this is a DLC exotic. It was locked behind an exotic mission in Episode Revenant, so you had to own Episode Revenant to get this thing, guys. Now, I'll admit, it's not that insane of an exotic, right? Like, it's not super meta, it's decent, but it's not absolutely taken over DPS phases or anything like that. But again, previously, you would have to pay to get this exotic, but like the Choir of One, I would assume, now anyone, a completely free-to-play player, a player who started yesterday, can pick this up from Xur right now, this weekend only. Now, I should note, guys, that currently right now, every single DLC, aside from the upcoming one, the Edge of Fate, is going to be free. So you can go and do the actual mission to get the Slayer's Fang. But if you don't want to have to do that solo, right, you can just buy it from Xur. So definitely great opportunity to get this usually very unacquirable weapon for a lot of people, again, because it has to be paid. Now, moving on from there, we have the Darcy, a pretty good sniper, especially since the update where it's helping other snipers. Then we've got the Risk Runner here, great weapon. For whatever reason you don't have it, you should probably buy it. It's a great weapon. Jade Rabbit randomly maps people from PvP, but that's about it. And then a Hawkmoon with surplus? No, thank you. Now, as for the other legendary weapons, Under Pressure, Demo, Nature of the Beast, no thank you. We have an Outlaw Collective Action at different times, no thank you. However, this is craftable, so you can buy them and then use a deep set harmonizer to unlock the patterns. Keep that in mind. Then we have the Deafening Whisper here, guys. Actually a fairly good wave frame, not too many wave frames in the game still. Auto-loading is actually great. Lead from Gold, I think you can definitely do better from Lead from Gold than Lead from Gold, but actually not the worst perk combo, so if you don't have a Void wave frame, consider picking that up. Shoot to Loot, Eye of the Storm, Tarnished Metal, no thank you. We have a Surplus Frenzy Code Duello, nope. We have a Shot Swap Frenzy Semi-Cotition, absolutely not. And we have a... man, we're so close with these. A Relentless Surrounded Crown Spitter. Definitely one of the better rolls, and it can get Jagged Edge to improve the damage. But, you know, this is the same roll that the craftable version can get. this version, the Xur version, the role you're really looking for is Relentless Whirlwind, because the craftable version cannot get Whirlwind. However, again, if you don't have one, this is extremely good, and it's not Titan only anymore. After that, guys, taking a look at the armor, let's check light.gg for the rarity of the Catch Killers set. Well, this is a fairly new set added back in Season 18, and therefore it's pretty common with around 51% of Guardians having this very helmet. Now, taking a look at the stats here, unfortunately, it is a new set, so, yep, dog water stats. The last trip from Xur, the last weekend from Xur, we get an old set with absolute dog water stats. Of course we do. All right, now let's check the Warlock. All right, for the Warlock, let's check the sword here. A relentless flash counter with infinite guard. This is kind of an interesting one, guys. So infinite guard gives you literally infinite guard. Like, it basically is the stronghold, but you can use it on whatever class, and then you also have flash counter. So kind of a cool combo there. Actually really consider, I might even grab this because like not many swords can get infinite guard. So yeah, like actually a pretty like very interesting sword, because again, flash counter will actually do damage to enemies and blind them, so you can be guarding while killing enemies with bolt charge or whatever else, right? So potentially you could use this without the strongholds, like in a stronghold type build. So very, very cool weapon there. Now, as for the other things, it's all garbage. Let's check the Hunter. All right, for the Hunter, let's check the sword here. Thresh, flash counter, not that insane. And then trash, of course. Guys, highlight this week is definitely the Slayer's Fang. Again, previously unobtainable from Xur. They're doing a special thing for this weekend right before the Edge of Fate, because I believe the Slayer's Fang will be a featured weapon next season as well, which means it will get the new gear bonus, guys. Alright, Editor Cactus popping in here to say I just took a look and confirmed that yes, as you can see, the Slayer's Fang is one of the featured exotics in the Edge of Fate. So what does that mean? Well, there's going to be a new gear bonus in the Edge of Fate, right? So if you use some of the brand new weapons, you get weapon damage bonuses. If you use the new armor, you get damage resistance. Extremely important stats. But so you don't have to only use the like 5 or 6 brand new exotics, they're having a big list of featured exotics, which means the Slayer's Fang will count as a brand new weapon, and therefore, if you start using it in the Edge of Fate, it's just gonna do like 10% more damage, guys, which is a very big deal. So make sure you're considering that in your purchase decisions from Xur. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus, as linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.